Alright, I want to show you a little bit of what's on my web page. So this is the page you get to if you go through the Henry Clay site. I've got a link to the iSchool page, and then the class calendar, and then the web homework. The students have one web homework for every unit that we do. Talk a little bit more about that later. Class calendar is going to show you what we're doing in class each day. And the bulk of the information you're going to find if you go to the iSchool page. So here's the iSchool page. Open it up. Tells you that I've got AP Physics 1 every hour except for 5th, and 5th hour is my planning period. Best way to reach me is through email. Little note there. There's hints for AP exam, which is a video, and then how to log on to OneDrive and email. We are uploading things to OneDrive. The students are keeping their lab reports on OneDrive, so they'll have an electronic lab notebook. Some colleges, in order to get credit for lab portion of classes, they need to show their lab notebook. So they'll want to keep that. I also recommend handing on to any hard copies as well. And then down below that, public resources. There's another link to the calendar. Just click on that. Calendar is going to tell you what we're doing in class each day. So I've got filled out from the first day of school all the way through the end of the first unit, and our test is scheduled to be September the 17th. So that's there. So you can see what we're doing each day, and if a student's absent, that's a place where they can look to see what we're doing in class each day. Alright, syllabus is here. I've modified it a little bit. I changed the order of the topics a little bit from what's actually on the syllabus. The syllabus was done to meet the requirements of the AP class audit. So it's done in a rather specific way. First page tells you everything that's required from the college board. And then it tells you textbooks we're using. We've got a classroom set of the college books, and then we've got Glencoe physics books, and if a student wants a book, they need to ask for one, and they're welcome to have one. It's also online, and this tells you the access code and the address to find that. Then online resources, a little bit about the class. 25% of the class is labs, basic class rules, Fayette County grading scale. 50% of the grade comes from tests, the other 50% from work. Since this is AP, we don't have to abide by the 40-40-20, where 20% of the score is the final exam. We don't have to do that. AP is exempt from that. A little bit about how to sign up for web homework. They've already done their first web homework assignment. They'll have one for each unit. It usually gets assigned at the beginning of the unit, and it's due at the end. The first one was due in the middle. The rest of them will be due at the end. And I beg them to get started on it early so they can come and ask questions. There's always quite a few of them that want to wait till the last minute. They do not have to do that. They could start on it and work on it and have time to come in and ask questions. I will post a makeup web homework at the end of the semester. So if your student does get a web homework grade they're not happy with, there'll be a makeup one, but it's not until the end of the semester. And it replaces a low web homework grade. I don't have extra credit. It's not an extra credit grade, it's a replacement grade. And I don't have just extra credit assignments. Sometimes there's extra credit on test, but I don't give extra credit assignments. Absences, standard Fayette County, the number of days absent plus 1 to get things made up. Come in before or after school. I get here about 7:30, and it says on here I leave at 3:45. I usually don't leave until about 4:15. Behavioral expectations. They should have a graphing calculator. We've used that quite a bit already. They get to have calculators on the AP exam. They want to get used to them. Course content. The big ideas come from the college board. And then this shows how each unit matches up with the big ideas. How we're meeting all of those things, and then also the basic science practices that students need to be able to do. And then for each unit I've got possible labs listed. Unit 1, we've done the first couple of labs already. And then that's listed for everyone. I'm going to go back to the main iSchool page. Link to the web homework site. The AP description exam info is from College Board. That is what does the best job of explaining what the AP course requirements are and what the test is like. And it is pretty rigorous. So they need to be aware of that, and I tried to impress upon them at the beginning of the year that this was a rigorous class, and if it was going to be torturous for them, we do have an advanced physics, so they could take that instead if they wanted. A couple of online textbooks. People's Physics book is pretty good, and the OpenStack College Physics, just to give a couple more resources to look at content. And then down below that, we get to the private resources. Private resources you have to log in to get to. So the login is school email and password. So let's see here. So the student's school email and their school password should get them logged in. And then when they get here, these are the private things. Tables of information from AP. There's the textbook again with the code. Lab design and constant velocity is our first unit. And then these are the worksheets we've looked at, and notes and solutions. Okay, sometimes there'll be videos here. So as we go through and do things, that gets filled out here. And then our remaining units, Unit 2 is uniform acceleration, projectile motion. Unit 3 is vectors, forces, and Newton's laws. 4 is work, energy, and power. 5 is circular motion, gravitation. 6 is impulse, momentum, collision. 7 is rotation. 8 is intro to electricity, which is Coulomb's law and circuits. And 9 is waves and simple harmonic motion. And my plan is to do the first 4 units before break, and then the remaining 5 second semester. Oops. And then down below that, there's a place for them to turn in lab work, any group work that needs to get turned in. They're going to upload it to iSchool. That's where I'll look at things to score the group work. The OneDrive is where they put things to store it for their writing portfolio / lab book. Alright, so again, if your student needs help, have them come see me in the morning or stay after school. I do not currently know of any tutors that I would recommend, and I don't really have resources to check out ones that I do not know. There simply are not really that many physics folks. But you're welcome to find one on your own if you feel like you'd like to have a tutor, but it is up to you if that's what you choose to do. All right, thank you.